and see if...
That doesn't mean we can fix anything, but we're trying to help.
Yeah, well.
I got plenty of help from you guys last night. I can actually stream Transport Fever.
Granted, sometimes with me trying to help, it's sort of like watching a monkey trying to play with a coconut.
Yeah. Actually, I remember that line from Days of Thunder.
It says I'm live, but I got a black screen.
I got an ad going.
I've got a black screen, but that's probably because I have the YouTube Red and I'm not going to get the ad. But you do get the revenue from it because I've been watching that myself because I think David watches me in YouTube Red.
I watched your patching holes in a cement floor video today.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why I lost
I'll
my
tell you
screen.
What, settings too high for what you're doing, maybe?
Yeah, because I got a black screen now.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, now it's showing up as I started the stream again, and it's actually showing up in that window.
And I have you in a field.
Okay, yeah.
You're not moving yet because it's still catching up with the whole ads and everything. You're moving along. I don't see a difference.
You don't see a difference?
No, which isn't bad because you're back live doing something.
I mean, you don't see a difference in quality?
No, it's the same as what it was, but that's what I'm saying. It's looking that way to me. Here, let me
blow it up.
Oh, well, yeah, here. Let me go to full screen on the laptop.
I went to full screen. It's a little fuzzy, but it's not terrible. What is the setting? 720?
Yeah, like I said, it could just be the fact that it's at night. And that's throwing everything. That's throwing me off a little bit. But I mean, it doesn't look horrible. I mean, it's...
No, it's not big square boxes. It's just like slightly fuzzy.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, night could add to that. The great
It kind of reminds me of watching TV after I've drank just a little bit too much. I can still see things, but they're not quite in focus.
This is field 3226. So this is Lawford. So it's actually...
So,
yeah, I recognized it by the little map, people.
You started buffering on me.
Yeah,
he's buffering on me too, but that could be stream catching up.
It's buffering on me too.
I just
It says the stream health is okay.
Yeah, I just refreshed.
No, mine could have been the fact I put you full screen on a 52-inch TV, so.
Although
52, 54, whatever it is.
Since it stopped buffering, it does actually, the picture looks a little better when I'm watching full screen on the laptop. That's
a little bit better.
That's not too bad, I guess.
No. It's watchable. It's very watchable.
So, tomorrow night, if you gentlemen have time and you're on, when we get ready to do the multiplayer, I'd like to try and stream it because I want to see how it looks for me if I decided to start streaming this on our during our server time. But I can't remember how to stream with OBS.
Don't ask me. I'm clueless.
Hey, at least you succeed at it.
Okay, I mostly succeed. Let's get this straight. There's still several videos with me talking away to no one because no one can hear me. Why do you think I go to BP streams on Sunday so I know that everyone can hear me?
Well, audio I get because I was just kind of messing around with it and I was doing like a preview of a recording, and you guys were coming through just fine. I could see every time Zigzag talked, I could see the bar bounce.
Well, that is good.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
So if you did happen to just tune in, we are testing some stream settings, hanging out with a couple guys from the Monkey Show, Mr. Moondog 88 and Draco, and we're just messing around here. playing with some settings and getting my settings set up for streaming some FS 2017.
And we're being very, very, very helpful.
Yeah,
And good,
and good. Well behaved tonight.
which
Correct.
is an
Yeah.
oddity because it's usually one or the other.
Yeah, one of us is odd, that's for sure. Yeah.
Just which one of us we haven't decided yet.
Right.
It could be worse. We could be taking turns.
Yeah, there are times we do that too.
I like adding trees on the Transport Fever. You can add trees all over the place. It costs you money to just take them back out, though.
I will say I found myself becoming more comfortable talking when there's streaming going on than what I ever was.
It's just a thing. Just, yeah. Take the time, relax, do it. I'm saying this because I have the same issue. Here's the sad thing. I've gotten a little bit old. In high school, this wouldn't have happened. But I can talk to women a whole lot better than I can talk to guys. I
I've
feel
always-
more comfortable now talking to women than guys, because guys are, don't take this the wrong way, guys are just stupid and want to brag. And you can have just a random conversation with a woman as long as you're not sounding like a real weirdo.
I need to get some more cows. My milk sale didn't cover my expenses like it was supposed to.
Over.
I will say they did a really good job on the fill planes in the trailers for the millet.
So we need to plant something up there on.
You know how usually in the it's in the fill planes in the trailers where they usually kind of cut corners.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Don't
look
know.
like it's just a blanket or something. It actually looks really good.
Blanket of corn slowly filling up.
Right.
I need truck depot. My left arm for a
29
transport
has
depot.
no fertilizer. What was I going to plant on field 28?
Crops.
Canola.
It might have been canola.
That doesn't look too bad there. Now that I look back over at the screen.
It wasn't gonna be canola. Well, I'm making it daylight.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
fast
it
forwarding
doesn't look
time.
too bad. Do you have that on colorblind, or is that on regular
And-
settings?
No, it's on regular settings.
Regular set. Okay, that's why it's wrong, because it's not right.
What?
I have all mine on colorblind settings, and that's why when he turned it and went to red, I didn't see it.
Is that
It
in
was
the
just wrong.
is that in the farm sim
Yeah,
menu?
Yeah.
yeah. If you go back towards the settings on one of the last pages, you can change that to colorblind colors.
Does it change it for me then?
It would change it. Yeah, you would see it's a different set of colors that they use, which are supposed to make it more visible for us colorblind idiots to see the differences.
Oh,
But
like
the sad thing
when you look at the
Yeah.
field. Oh, I see. Okay.
in the map, it gives it different colors.
Yeah,
for
I
it.
see that now.
But you know, in some regards, the regular colorblind or the regular colors for me, some of them are fine, and some of them, you know, it could be either way for me almost. It's just once it's learned, it's like I have it set up for colorblind colors. So when I saw it, that's why it was wrong. It's
Yeah.
not wrong. Perfectly fine. Except for Draco. Draco thinks it's all wrong.
Huh?
Huh? He wasn't even listening.
No, I was actually looking for.
See? He wasn't even paying
Multi-tr-
attention.
I was looking for multi-terrain angle
Oh, what was I?
mod link.
Why? There's coal there. Why are you got coal there?
Sunflowers, that's what I was gonna plant.
Where are you carrying the coal to?
And this isn't the sunflower cedar.
The city doesn't use coal for anything, although it should, to be technically honest. In the 30s,
Everything would have been, right?
Yeah, heating would have been on coal, not on fuel oil. I mean, actually, it would have been coal before fuel oil.
Some of the places would have had oil, not many.
But I can't understand why the trucks are picking up coal and like running them into the city.
Oh, why didn't this go actually put a link? Oops.
Oh.
You gotta be kidding me. These trucks are picking up. You're supposed to be picking up food, not coal. That's it. All you truck drivers are fired.
Womp, 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 womp,
'Cause you're-
womp. Such a jackass.
The thing is, can I change that while it's on the road? I can't, can I? hire extra trucks to carry food to the food depot so that you can survive the World War. You want them to pick up freaking food, not coal. If that was the case, you might as well be working for the Germans. That wasn't supposed to be slightest. I'm just saying that that would be, sabotage.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Did you stop streaming?
Do what?
No, he's streaming, but he's running to the restroom while he's in the tractor with the hired worker.
Yeah, course play.
He's professional streaming, don't you know?
Yeah, it's just us watching. It's all right.
Oh, here, and I was being good.
Right.
Alright, let's do that.
So we're gonna have to be careful how many angles we put on that we put in the multi-terrain.
Yeah, I think there's only some. At some point, it becomes too many.
Well, apparently, at some point, if you're not careful, it can be. Well, it can pretty much beat the daylights out of a low-end computer.
Okay, yeah.
You figure it's got to figure all those
angles, yeah.
angles.
Well, if the computer doesn't work, get off your mommy and daddy's laptop while you're in the basement playing. Ruin.
Wow.
Well, that's what they would say to me. I've got a freaking laptop. I got off my laptop and got a tower, and then got off that tower and got a better tower. And I didn't spend $3,000 for it. I spent $300 for it. Went to a guy that sold used computers. He sold me a really good used computer that would do it. That option's out there for folks.
Oh, I lost it.
You lost it. Oh, these guys here.
This one I clicked download for that. Why is it not in my download folder?
My stomach is not liking my dinner as well as it liked it when it went in.
Uh-oh. Oh, there it is.
And I don't know the reason why. It liked it last night pretty well.
Yeah, well, I had McDonald's, so.
I had baked beans and hot dogs. In the old school tradition of beans and weenies.
You know, I wonder if it looks a little bit pixely because I'm not actually my since I had to do it in a window, the window size is actually 1600 by 900. So
instead of streaming at 1920 or whatever.
Yeah, because of I had to.
Could be.
Since I don't have the, I ordered a new cable from Amazon so that I can, because I'm playing in the living room, so it's awkward to set up a second screen.
Right.
But I did order like a 15-foot DVI cable so that I can set up a second screen and set it on the coffee table so I can when I'm streaming be able to put the YouTube window there and the OBS window. So then I might be able to go back to capturing it full screen so I can always keep it full screen on the other monitor, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because if I alt-tab out of it, it goes to black screen.
Oh, why did I not study more German in high school?
I know, right?
Because you didn't know that all the Germans were going to be making all the good
Farm
mods
sim.
for Farm Sim.
I know. I often wonder that. Like, I wish I would have taken German instead of Spanish in high school. Then I at least,
Well, I mean,
I can't speak Spanish either, but I do
Well, I
know
mean,
a few words.
there's a few words I can pick up on. So, like,
Beer?
Oh,
And bratwurst.
that's one.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Sauerkraut.
Prost. That's cheers.
Oh, I think it
All the
says something
important stuff,
about-
right? Oh.
The program comes packaged, which means zipped. So you have to unzip it using 7-zip. Something about. I'm thinking it says they use Notepad plus plus. And I know die is the in German.
I know 9 is no. And I know Guten Tag, Fräulein is good morning, Fräulein, but that's about it. You missed a little bit on the corner there of that field. See
Yeah.
that there?
Does anybody
Yeah.
know what task
Okay,
and
Jasper.
combination is?
We don't need any Jasper OCDs going on because I missed a lot. Just warning you
Well, I
now.
won't be offended. So
If it's gonna bother you, I'm sorry, but when Courseplay
Oh.
misses it, I just leave it there. It-
Frickin'
Um,
Courseplay.
It doesn't
no,
it doesn't bother me.
I don't know what the words meant there.
Nobody knows what task and combination.
No.
Task
Do you-
and
Yeah, you're trying to get it to. Yeah.
I'm trying to decipher with what little bit of German I know.
You can copy
Right.
and paste it into Google Translate.
I tried that. It says it's too long.
Oh, well that sucks. Really? I've never had that
Uh-huh.
happen. I use that all the time for that stuff.
See if it works. 'Cause last time I tried it, it told me that it was too long.
Well, for anybody that just joined the stream, we are just hanging out, doing a little bit of farming, trying to get some settings worked out for doing some live streaming and some recording. Haven't done any since 2017 came out. Hanging out with a couple guys from the Monkey Show, Mr. Moondog and Draco.
And it's like you've fallen off a bike. You're still doing just as well. Sounds good. And you keep going back and reminding everyone, even if.
Well, I had it on
Yeah,
full
what's
screen, and
going
I clicked off a full screen, and we had a few more people watching. So I thought maybe I should tell them what was going on.
Right, that's a smart thing to do. That is a very smart thing to do. Don't be like some of the other guys in the Monkey Show.
And the mic is on, so it's good, right? I
Yeah,
guess
that's
it is.
that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, turn the
Well,
mic on.
I was referring actually to Frito and
Oh.
BP in the stream for 10 minutes trying to tell him to do something, and Frito didn't look up and see him at all. So
Oh,
I
I'm
see.
so flippin' smart. I figured out how to get Google Translate to translate the whole thing, and then I copied the translation and pasted it into a Notepad document.
There you go. I've done that
Alright.
before.
so what's it say?
This-
It says
See.
don't copy and paste.
It says
basically saying I need to
buy some
First,
bratwurst
you
and
need a
beer.
No, basically it says I need a program for packing and extracting zip files, which you already have. Notepad++. Gives me the website. Make a backup copy of the map in case something goes wrong, which it will. Lord knows I blow up mods all the time. Oh, crap. This might be actually easy.
I could cultivate that and then fertilize it again. So we must just have some people bouncing through because they're not staying for very long. which is fine.
That's what I've seen on mine also. All right.
Let's see, F29 Colty drive. You know, the video quality doesn't look too bad though when I was watching full screen on the laptop. I'm curious if it would be a little nicer if I was in 1920 by
I can do
1080.
This is so simple. I can do this.
From what I understand, it's very simple and very easy to do, as it was explained. I just tried to look at it at like 3 in the morning.
Well, I'm not gonna try it tonight at almost 11 o'clock at night, but I'll get up early in the morning because the wife's got to be at work early. So I know my son will have me up. I'll set him down in front of cartoons, and I'll try and knock this out real quick.
As long as it's not any of the new cartoons. Put them in front of good cartoons like Bugs Bunny and Fred Flintstone.
Those aren't even on anymore, Mr. Moondog. I hate to
Find
break
them
it to you.
somewhere. Put them on. Find them on the computer, Netflix, something.
Well, he actually watches some decent cartoons that I even approve of,
Okay.
and I'm very difficult to please.
You know, this Fairly Odd Couple shit and stuff that my son's watched. No.
No, my son, he watches Paw Patrol, which is actually a pretty cool little show.
I like Paw Patrol.
And he watches, which is not as annoying as some others, but he watches Caillou.
I'm not familiar with that one. How old is yours? Like 4?
He's 4.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said. Mine's 9 and still watches Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol's not too bad. I find myself getting sucked in,
Oh, I love Paw Patrol.
and I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, man, I gotta get ready to go to work. I'm sitting here watching Paw Patrol.
And then, what's the other one that he loves to watch a lot? The one I can't stand is Peppa Pig.
Yeah, I never liked Peppa Pig.
I haven't heard of those. I'm sorry.
You know you're a father of a young child when you sit down with another father of a young child and talk about children's cartoons.
No, there's fine with that. That's fine. I'm just saying I don't recognize those. My kids were actually older than. Actually, my one is almost as old as you are, Draco. To be honest, it's only 7 to. Wait a minute. He's 26 this year. So what is he? 7, 8 years behind you?
Well, I'm going to be 34.
Oh, you are
34?
younger.
So yeah, and he's 26. So he's 9 years behind you.
You got a 26-year-old?
Yeah. I didn't have him until I was 21. It wasn't a 17 thing, you know. I've got 26, 24, 20, and 18 this year.
Yeah, you got started a lot earlier than I did.
Yeah, well,
I didn't have my son until I was 29, so.
Yeah, I didn't have my first one until I was 29 or 30.
I would make the suggestion of making sure that you're with
wait.
the right person to have your kids.
Wait a
and
minute.
Have,
I might have been older than that. I was I didn't get married till I was 29.
I just think it's funny, you know, when you're in your late teens, early 20s, you sit down with a bunch of guys, you're talking about cars and women and sports. And then when you hit your 30s and your 40s and you have kids, you're sitting down with a group of guys, you start talking about
Farm sim?
cartoons and farm sim. And
let's see. I distinctly said, I will never get married. I will never, ever have kids.
oh, I've said that.
The first girlfriend I married and had kids with.
I don't think I ever said that, to be honest.
Oh, I did. I said I was never going to have kids. I was never going to get married. I'm having too much fun being single and doing what I want.
Oh, it wasn't even that. I knew because I came from a broken marriage that it's a pain in the ass. So just don't go and deal with it. Nope. Screw that up.
What's funny though is that now I wouldn't trade either one of them for the world.
Oh, I agree. I wouldn't trade any one of the 4, including the 2 that don't want to talk to me. So, thank you, ex-wife number 2. It's a long story. Too in depth for YouTube.
It's funny. Zigzag's just laughing quietly, going, "There goes my stream."
There goes my stream that nobody's watching.
Well, that's why I didn't break into it. I knew better.
Right, it's all right.
I don't know. I mean, if it's the right kind of story, I mean, people still watch Maury Povich, don't they?
Oh, let's not bring that up. My wife
Probably.
watches it.
Oh.
They love,
Well,
the love relationship disasters.
Isn't your wife a psychologist or psychiatrist or one of those?
Psychiatrist, and she could help all of us out a lot for the right amount of money.
She
Right.
gets out there and chases the bats out of the belfry.
So that, but
No, she just pretty much goes in with an AK and takes them out.
but watching Maury, kind of, it's like research.
No, it's a relaxation. She doesn't have to deal with these
Oh.
goofballs.
Right.
So I don't know if you've noticed this, but your tractor has gone over the same line like 4 times.
No, it hasn't. It's just
It
only
seems
got a.
like it.
It's only got a 6-meter cultivator on it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think.
He hopes.
It just seems like you've gone around at that same corner with that same thing of crops sticking up like 3 times.
Well, it misses those crops. It's not going to catch those. Because it's course play.
Does that have the
I-
multi-angle in that? No.
Now you got me.
No.
Now you got me wondering because I hadn't really been paying attention. I'm not gonna lie. I was just sitting here talking.
I wasn't paying that much attention either. I was just sitting here talking, and I was just like, wait a minute. Didn't he just take
You know
that
what?
line?
It is. What is he doing?
He's
My
making
course-
sure it's thoroughly,
My course
thoroughly
pla-
tilled.
my course play guy is drunk.
He's not drunk. He's asleep at the wheel.
Something. We need-
That's the same path he just did. Yep.
I've noticed that with this version of course play, like when the guys stop doing the headlands and they're supposed to pick up on their back and forths, sometimes they get confused and they just miss. That's happened. Let's see, that one's coming this way. That happens quite a bit.
I was gonna say, I'm not going crazy, am I?
No, you're not.
No.
You were right on. I just wasn't paying attention. I was looking at some stuff on my phone and talking and
Talking about cartoons. Not paying attention.
Not even paying attention. Let's see if you'll follow it now. But I have, speaking of that though, with this course play for 2017. Oh, where you see he's going the wrong. Oh no, okay. I've noticed several times that they'll either. That's the first time he completely got stuck on a headland like that. But I have had him just drive completely off. Like when they were done with the headland, they just start driving across the fields into nowhere.
What site did you get this course play off of? Did you get it off of that mod?
No, no, it's off of GitHub. It's from the real deal. It's the real deal.
Okay, because the one I got was from Mod Hub, and it apparently
Like the
Even though-
official Mod Hub.
no. Apparently there's another Mod Hub out there.
Yeah.
Mod HUD.
Well, Giants calls theirs Mod Hub, I guess, but there is another Mod Hub. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I got it off of that one, and apparently that's the one that just rips mods off of other websites and tosses them on there without permission.
Oh no.
Anyway, apparently the one I had was an early test build, and it's just buggy and glitchy as all can be.
Well, the first early one that came out was like an early development version that somebody kind of stole and put out. Yeah. No, this is I can't. Whoever the guy's name is that does it, it's by the guy that's affiliated with Modding Central. I got it.
Uh,
I got it off the
Sa-
Senko. No,
no,
that's
oh, I
Sadis.
just
Sadis.
say something
Senko's
like that.
Senko's a fishing lure. That's not it. That's a
Yeah.
fishing worm. Senko.
Sadist is somebody who likes to cause pain on other people.
Yeah, it's not that.
Yes, thank you.
No, but oh, I got somebody in the chat.
Hi,
Had.
person in chat. How are you?
Hi, chat.
Hi, Elias.
Welcome.
Welcome to the stream if you're still here. Sorry I missed you if you're gone. But no, it's from the GitHub is where you got to go to get it, which is where the other course plays were.
Helps
You
if
saw that
spell it
picture.
correct.
You saw that picture I posted of it being buggy and it me being able to look through the teeth of like two other avatars inside the tractor.
Yeah.
That was from Courseplay.
Oh, right.
And then one time I had Courseplay on, but it wasn't active, and I went to change the tires on my tractor. When I backed out, two avatars were sitting in midair, but in sitting position after the tractor backed out.
Huh.
And all that stopped the second I deleted that Courseplay.
Yeah, when I downloaded that first one, it wouldn't even let my game load. So I never even got a chance to try it out. But yeah, I can send you the link if you want to go get the real one.
Sure. So I'm trying to talk Mr. Moondog and David into getting 7 Days to Die.
Oh yeah.
So we can, so us four can do a stream together of 7 Days to Die.
Are they into zombie games? Are they into that sort of thing?
I was looking for something. I don't mind zombie games.
I would say
I quit playing Call of Duty because of the shooting, but I don't mind crafting stuff, and I don't mind killing mindless zombies or ex-wives. So
I consider 7 Days to Die to be adult Minecraft.
okay.
You can dig really, you can dig like huge pits. You can destroy anything in the world.
And I say that because it has a lot of the crafting and gameplay kind of Minecraft, except
It's definitely on the survival end of it.
Well,
yeah,
the crafting is also a little bit more advanced too.
it is, but and it is survival based, but it has good graphics. Like I refuse to play a
Okay.
game with 8-bit graphics because I grew up playing Pong and Atari, and I am not going to sit on
Hey,
my.
that's nothing wrong with that. I played Pong.
I did too, but I am not going to spend my life, after the advancements in
Asteroids was the bomb.
technology and go play Pong or play 8-bit graphic games. I'm just not going to do it.
I mean, the only game that I'll play that's 8-bit graphics is it's still early access. I think it's an alpha still. Is RimWorld.
Right? I just
A
put
lot
that.
of people haven't heard of
Okay.
it.
I put the link for Courseplay up on Discord for you. Now you do have to download that, unzip it, and rezip it. And if you go to well, hold on, let me see if I can find that. If you go to Modding Central, there is in the forum on there is a little guide on. Oh, I just jumped off my YouTube page. There is a little guide on there in the forums on how to set up the Courseplay. You can't just drop it in the mods folder.
Oh, you can't just drop it in the mods folder, huh?
No. me see if I can find that.
Oh, this is still the developer's version.
Yeah, it's always in developer version for the most part.
Is it fairly simple to install?
Oh yeah, it's not hard. You just need to.
Has this guy finished the field? I know
No,
this field. I know it's can be a pain in the butt.
no, he's still going.
Okay. Because this is the same field that I had the worker got lost on. He kept quitting halfway through.
All right.
And then I straightened up the corners so that it was a 45 instead of that wider angle, and accidentally hit the wrong crop, but hit the button and changed the crop on it. So I had two crops planted into the field, and I did not like that. So I cultivated in the sugar beets and replanted the corn in that part, which is an economic no-no, but
Where? Here, I'm just gonna copy and paste the instructions out of the forum. And I'll drop those in. There you go. And there's the instructions that you need. It's not too hard. It's just, helps to,
So what, you just select all the files and zip them up into a course play zip file and then drop it in your mod folder,
is that what it says?
basically.
Yeah. Whatever it says to do there.
Oh hell, that's easy.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's just,
Love how confident I am. Oh yeah, that's easy, and then I screw everything up. So.
let's see if I can get back to my YouTube window here.
well, I do know that with the course play, I like the fact that I could change the amount on the hired worker in that, which that's why I used course play quite a little bit in 15.
So it says there's 4 people watching, yet when I look to see who's watching, I see just zigzag in
That's weird.
participants.
Well,
That's weird.
strange because I am definitely watching.
So am I.
Well, I'm watching on a separate account. So I think when it says 4, that's just us. Because I'm watching. I'm not even signed in on the account that I'm watching it on my laptop.
Why'd you ask Elias for help?
It was supposed to be hello, okay?
It says help, Elias.
That's why he left. Help, I'm stuck in this stream. I can't get out. Help.
I think we just missed him. I think he said hi and then nobody answered him and he left.
I was busy looking at other things, so my mistake.
I was too.
All right, so who off the top of their head knows how long World War One lasted?
4 years, I believe. 1914 to 1918, I believe.
And why am I in 1925 and I'm not done with the war?
I don't know, but yeah,
Because it's a scenario. I know.
So can you set moderators in YouTube?
Yeah. Click on the person's name. I do believe. No, wait a minute. That's the thing I was having a hard time with, was making anyone a.
Yeah, because it
Should
won't
be
let me.
able to.
It won't let me click on your name, and in my little window where it says live chat, there's a little gear icon, but
What if you
Yeah.
go? What if you hover
That's
over their
not.
name to where you see the three dots that come up next to it and click on it? You know where it says go to channel or report. What if that gives you an option in there?
Um, in mine, it doesn't let me. It doesn't. It doesn't. Nothing comes up when I hover.
You don't see three little dots off to the right edge of
No.
the chat.
No. Oh, over there.
Yeah.
Hold on. Add moderator. So I added Moondog as a moderator. Yeah. I had to scroll over to see those three dots.
You're getting some pretty seriously steady frame rates.
Some steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because
not bad.
your guy just made the turn and it looked nice and smooth.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's better than I changed my internet since I used to stream before, and it's better now than what it was. I get a little better upload.
Oh, there's three people watching.
Yeah, I left for a moment.
I see you make him a moderator and he runs out on you.
I know, right? How about that?
I figured it'd take him a while.
I'll be back in
Okay,
a second.
stream,
I'm gonna smoke.
streamed January 22nd. I've already got 8 views on that. Now, is that the 8 views from the people that were watching during it?
I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I don't. But what I want to do is come down here.
Is that the one we
Basement.
were? Is that the one you were doing the other night when we were on?
No, that's the Astroneer. The one from the other night was at 8 also, so or at 7. It's up to 8 now. And the basement is up to 20.
Basement's up to 20. Well,
Yeah.
Draco said he just was watching that one. I think, wasn't he?
Right.
Or
And I
watched
still
it at
only
some
have
point.
I still only have 1 like thumb. But I don't have any dislike thumbs on any of them.
Yeah, I don't on, you know, all of my videos that I've done. I have some likes, but I really don't have a whole lot of like button hits for whatever
Well, I've got a
reason.
few here and there, but it's just like for the video that's watched the most, I have only 1 like button on it, you know?
I bet
So it's, I
for
just don't understand.
I would be surprised if I have any for the video that's been watched the most. I'll tell you here in a minute.
The maintenance guy, the chimney repair that I did, that's the one that I wanted to turn out really well, and I've got nothing on it. I've got 4 views, and I think 2 of them were mine. Looking to just check to make sure what was going on. All right, so
So let me see if
go
I go
back
to
to home.
analytics.
My channel. No, it wasn't my channel. It was home.
Top 10. Oh, that's not the view I wanted to see.
All right, where was it?
Where do you see? Is it under?
No, not subscriptions. There. And then let's bump that up to 59.
That's not.
had returned.
I guess it's under analytics, but that window's all changed now since I.
Now, I'm going to watch this stream again later. Make sure you guys weren't talking about me while I was gone.
No, I was gonna tell you though, since you said you went to go get a smoke, that today is my 2-year anniversary for quitting.
Oh, I want to quit so bad. It's just every time I finish my last one, I'll sit down and I'll be like, okay, this is my last one. And then all of a sudden I'm like, the urge overcomes me. I'm weak. But anyway,
Oh, really? Make me monitor, and it still doesn't say anything there. Okay, that's fine.
so do you know yours is the third stream I've watched today from our community?
Is that right?
I watched Moondog and BP. I couldn't tell you what happened on the stream, but I watched it.
I watched.
Well, I was there.
So.
BP's. I watched one of
What
Frito's.
is that? Idaho
I caught
episode
Bill's
6.
T-Max, two of his. And now I'm
Well-
watching Ziggs.
Well, in my defense, that was at the time that Cavalier Roy and David and I were working on Multi-Fruit.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying you have to recite everything that happened in Astroneer. It'd be nice, but you don't have to. There's no test on it.
Usually you guys have my
Why did-
undivided attention, but we're kind of racing the clock
So-
with this map.
I think my
Yeah.
my video with the most views has, where'd it go? 2,000 views, and it only has 8 likes.
Your 7 Days to Die video only has 5 views.
Yeah, nobody watched those. All my views are when I was playing the whole series I did on the Idaho map. Like, my episode 1 for playing on Idaho has 2,000 views. For whatever reason, probably 90% of my views are all on that map. Like, I haven't even done a video since like August, and I've had like 2,500 views, and they've probably all been on that map.
Time for a refill.
So yeah, since I've quit, I have not smoked 14,620 cigarettes.
Wow. Well, what sucks is when I was 25, I quit. And I quit
Yeah,
for quite a while.
yeah, I did too.
Then
And
I ended up getting promoted to a high stress position at work.
You're just making
And-
excuses. I've saved
Yeah.
$3,900.
Like I said, I got promoted to a high stress position at work, and then things, I won't go into details, but things were not great at home, and
Sure.
it was either that or I started drinking. And
Yeah.
at first
I
I started
know.
off with the e-cigarettes, and I was like, I can handle the e-cigarettes, and it's not that bad.
You can't do that.
And then all of a sudden it was just a downhill slide from there.
You can't supplement. You have to quit because nicotine will reprogram your brain.
Oh, I know.
The only way I quit this time was by doing because I've quit I don't know how many times. Let's see, F20, field 29, seed. I guess we're seeding, no, we're seeding 6 meters. F29, seed 6 meters. The only way I was able to quit this time is because I did my research and I educated myself, and I learned how smoking a half a cigarette will reprogram your brain to place nicotine replacement at a higher priority than food. And all it takes is a half a cigarette or less for that to happen. And that's where I failed every other time I quit, was when I would cheat and just have one or a couple drags or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. See, first time I quit, I just drank boatloads of water to flush nicotine out of my system as quick as possible.
Right.
And to help with the jitters and being antsy, I took Benadryl, because it has that, it has the antihistamine in it that, just makes you really groggy.
Right.
And it worked. And, after about a week or so, I had no more cravings, things like that, and I felt great.
Well, because after a week, the nicotine is out of your system, and at that point, it's all mental, which is the hardest part, if you ask me. The head game. I was on, this time I did Chantix, and I've done that several other times when I quit too, but for me this time it was all about the education and knowing what to expect and knowing how my body was going to react and being prepared for all of those things.
Well, I tried to quit with the nicotine patches.
See, that's where you can't.
And those freaking nicotine patches, they gave me some of the weirdest dreams you'd ever imagine.
Well, they can't be the Chantix gives you crazy dreams. But
they actually gave my wife seizures.
Yeah, and some people don't respond too well to it at all, but.
And the patches, she's allergic to the glue.
Yeah, the bottom line is if you're going to quit, you can't do any sort of nicotine supplement, because
you're just changing the value. You're not getting rid of it.
Because it's all about how the nicotine programs your brain. So if you're getting any nicotine at all, it's placing that nicotine replacement at as high a priority as food. So until you go to nothing and get that out of your system, you can't fully start to reprogram your brain, and that's really what quitting is all about, is reprogramming your brain.
Well, it's also it's also I'm a very very routine oriented person.
You don't got to tell me.
So I do the same things every day.
I do too. That's why quitting smoking is so hard, because of all of the associations. That's why they say it's harder than quitting heroin, because it's somewhat socially acceptable, and because of all of the association that you developed. I started my day with, I would start a pot of coffee, go have a cigarette.
Whoa.
Have a cup of coffee with my another cigarette. I mean, that's how I started my day.
Did anybody else hear that, or was that just me?
I heard that.
It was probably because I walked too far away from the wireless to pick up my food.
Let's see. My day starts out, I get up, and right after I do my normal morning things, I go and I have a cigarette, and then I have breakfast, and then it's time for, and I need another
cigarette.
one.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I smoked for 25 years.
Then if I go check the mail, another one. Take out garbage, another one.
Yeah.
Yep. It's my wife smokes, and she has the same habits that you guys have. slightly different ones, the reason, but it's the same habit. And I sit here and I go, parents smoked, all my parents smoked, most of my relatives smoke. They all drink coffee. I don't drink coffee. I don't smoke. I don't know how I did it, but I just don't. I made the coffee for them. I pick up the cigarettes and hand it to them. Sit in the room with them. I just don't do it. So
Yeah.
I don't understand the physical removal of smoking. I will give credit to anyone trying. I will be as helpful as I can. I will be encouraging. But to actually go through it, I don't have a fucking clue, and I don't try and go, well, this is what I would do, because I would actually know what I would do. But I do know that it's a cycle thing, and my stepdad, the asshole that he was the best person I ever saw. There's a cigarette pack in his hand, he set it down, he walked away, never smoked again.
That's what was so odd about. So, my grandfather, he lived to be 86 years old. Smoked from the time he was 16. Anyway, he was like 82, and he just set him down one day, and that was it.
Yeah.
But both sets of my grandparents smoked. My mom smoked. My dad smokes. My uncles smoke. My cousins. So it's something I've been around my entire life.
Well,
You
it
had
was.
the Flintstones and everyone saying, hey, here, smoke this brand of cigarettes to our grandparents and parents and such, even somewhat to us,
Well, hell, we grew up with Joe Camel and the Marlboro Man.
Well, it was not that easy for me to quit. I mean, it was hell. It was a good thing that when I quit, I didn't have a lot of work going on because I couldn't hardly function for 2 weeks. I was just a mess.
Well, see, the other thing that worries me too is I wouldn't say anger issues, but I have a very short temper, and I get irritated.
You know
And
what?
I get irritated easily.
Yeah. You know what? The cigarettes don't help that.
No, but when I don't have them, I get worse.
Maybe.
Well, the cigarette is technically a way for you to feel calmer and calm down.
And
but it's really not helping or hurting in that regard. I've got anger issues. I got big time anger issues. I've told stories. I've gone to jail because I punched up my own house. So I have the issues. And
I mean, I will say my anger has gotten better over the years.
I will tell you this: if you get mad and you smoke a cigarette, you will still be mad when you're done smoking the cigarette.
Chances are you've had the time to think about what got you mad and made you mad, or
because whatever made you mad is still going to make you mad when you're done with the cigarette, because the situation has not changed because you smoked a cigarette.
Nope.
And believe me, that's one of the hardest things to overcome, if you ask me. But it's all about reprogramming your brain and reprogramming your associations and what brain thinks you need to do to cope. You have to reprogram your coping mechanisms.
And like I said, I want to quit because I want to be around, for my son, and hopefully get to see my grandchildren.
You can do it. I'll tell you where you need to go. Go to whyquit.org, do your research, prepare yourself for what's going to happen when you quit to your body, the things that you're going to go through, and be prepared, and then go download an app for your phone. One of my other buddies is doing it now, and he's on day 17.
But it was so cool when I quit smoking the first time, because it was like the whole world opened up to me. I could smell things again. I could taste things again.
Yeah. I'm actually down to having the same risk of heart disease as a normal, healthy person who's never smoked. believe it or not.
Very good. You're down to me.
Yeah.
And I know they say, don't think about how you want it to, don't think about the end results. Just take it, 1 minute at a time. Then you up it to, okay, I made it through this minute. Now this next minute. Then, okay, now I can make it this hour. And
You actually have to just take it one craving at a time.
It's
You
the
have to
cravings and the habits.
You have
and
to
I know
get.
the cravings only last for a few minutes and then they go away. But
I don't know.
The habits are ingrained in you. Like you
Yes.
said, you take out the trash, you have a cigarette.
Yes.
You wake up, you have a cigarette.
Yes.
Before you go to bed, you have a bedtime cigarette.
Yes.
Those are the hurdles you have to get over because
Those are
my
the hard.
wife has got that issue.
Those
or
are
when
the.
I get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom or get water, I'll walk outside and have a cigarette.
Yep. Those are the hardest ones. The hardest ones for me were in the morning with my coffee and my whole morning routine were the most difficult, and probably the ones that even after 2 years that I still miss.
I may
In
end
a
up drinking
sense.
a lot more coffee, just end up replacing nicotine with caffeine.
I still drink the same amount of coffee. I didn't quit drinking coffee. Some people have to quit drinking coffee, or I did quit drinking alcohol for a while, just because that lowers your
It's the association
will-
of drinking and
well,
smoking.
and alcohol will lower your willpower.
Mhm.
So I did quit drinking that for a while, and I quit going out because, not that I ever go out a lot, but it was hard for me to go out into environments where people were smoking.
Well, no, it was strange because I'm not gonna lie, for a while I was drinking a lot. And then I just quit, and I've never had the urge to start drinking again. Never wanted. So,
It's hard, but you can do it. I did. If I can do it, anybody can do it, because I didn't think I'd ever be able to quit. I loved smoking. I loved it. I loved everything about it.
I
I'm not
just
gonna
love
lie.
I'm not gonna. I love the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel
Yep.
calmer.
Yep. That's all in your head, though. Just telling you.
If the Amish guy I know can quit selling drugs and quit smoking and doing his own drugs, you can quit smoking.
Yeah, I loved everything about smoking. I loved the taste. I loved the process. I loved the smell. Everything. I
You
didn't
guys
like
are
that.
weird.
I didn't like that they cost $5.50 a pack.
Me neither.
But I loved
mean,
everything else about it.
yeah,
Everything.
I mean, I love that. That first, that first one in the morning.
I loved packing the cigarettes and that smell when you open a fresh pack
Mhm.
and you just smell it. Oh, that
That's
sweet
like-
that sweet smell. Oh my God. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I love the smell of my wife's every occasional Marlboro that still has a pot seed in it, and I smell it and I go, "What the hell are you smoking?" She goes, it's one of it. I go, "I know what it is, and I know the reason, and it's really not a seed in there, but it still gets the fragrance because actually Marlboro, they have medicinal marijuana sales, so cater to that in the same plant as the regular Marlboros."
They do?
Yep.
I always
didn't-
just assumed that it was like an errant marijuana plant that got caught up in the harvesting process.
No, they actually do marijuana sales for medical, and it's in the same plant as some of the so you'll occasionally get a trace, contamination, and
That
that's
explains
I
this.
could smell it. Yeah.
That explains the smell from time to time.
Hmm. And then I look at her and go, I've tried pot. I'm not against it. It only gives me a fucking headache. Why am I paying for something that's supposed to make me feel good, and it only pisses me off?
You do-
You're
you
in the
do-
minority there.
You do have anger issues.
Yeah, I know.
If that don't work.
Because once again, not gonna lie, done my fair share of marijuana back when I was younger, and it never made me angry.
Well,
You could have hit me in the face with a brick, and I wouldn't have gotten mad.
no, and I delivered pizzas to the college here in Kent, and it's like you smell it going down the hall, and it's like it just makes me sick and a headache, and I'm like, but
Course Place set up a weird course for this field.
Oh, did you go get it already, or are you using the other one?
No, I'm looking at yours.
Oh,
It
yeah.
had like that weird right angle, right turn, and then
Yeah, sometimes they get a little jacked up on the odd-shaped fields.
what the heck? I got to 19.
Satis is the guy's name. Sitas. That's the course play, dude.
no, I'm just sitting back in my chair
Satis.
watching your stream and BSing with you guys. Not really in the mood to play a game tonight.
Just trying to accomplish the scenario. And I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next, actually.
Believe it or not, outside of the people that live in my house, you guys are the only human contact I have. And that's usually because I can't stand most people.
You gotta be kidding me. That's what I gotta do? Provide all 3 cities with uninterrupted supply for at least 10 foodstuffs over a period of 60 months.
16 months?
60.
Oh, wow.
60. I had 10.
Are you playing one of the campaigns again, I guess?
Yeah. Which is 5 years worth of service. Holy freaking crap.
The USS Enterprise is being decommissioned.
The naval aircraft carrier.
Yes.
United States can't have no United States Enterprise.
Oh well, there's going to be a new one named with the Gerald Gerald R. Ford class.
Oh, I was going to say USSS Trump.
There will be. They've had all the presidents. There's Reagan, Bush. No, Bush hasn't, but Reagan.
There's not a Clinton yet, is there?
No.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
But there are several. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I know Eisenhower.
The Eisenhower.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
There's no Truman.
No. Isn't there? Is there no Nick? There's no Nixon.
There's no Nixon.
Another. There's no Carter.
Oddly enough, there's also no Roosevelt. Is there a Roosevelt class? Or a USS Roosevelt? I don't think so.
I'd have to pull up Google.
Oh, there is a USS Roosevelt. It's a Nimitz class carrier.
Yeah. William Henry Harrison, John Taylor, Zachary Taylor. Wait a minute. Presidents with no U.S. vessels named after them. Harrison, Taylor, Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, Andrew Johnson, James Garfield, Chester. Who was Chester? Well, yeah, if you Google it, you can find them. There's been several USS Washington, John Adams, Jefferson was launched in 1814.
So here, there's the Roosevelt, the Coral Sea, Valley Forge, Philippine Sea, Saipan, the Forrestal, Saratoga, Ranger, Independence, Kitty Hawk, Constellation, Enterprise, America, then the Kennedy, the Nimitz, the Eisenhower, the Vincent, the Roosevelt, Lincoln, Washington, Stennis, Truman, Reagan, George H.W. Bush, Ford, and Kennedy. And the Ford and Kennedys are under construction.
Okay. Lyndon B. Johnson had a Zumwalt class destroyer. Oh, okay. Carter did have one Seawolf class submarine.
So my plan is, once we start the island map, is to start doing some streaming on that. I need to verify that with BP that that's okay, but I thought he said he didn't care.
He said he didn't care as long as we credited it somewhere, either in the stream or in the descriptions.
Right, and linked it, you know,
And linked it.
and put up all the information for the server and all that kind of stuff, I figured.
Which I'm going to double check with BP and make sure it's okay. And then I just got to figure out how to actually stream.
Well, so far I've come to find out, I just tell BP, hey, fuck off, I'm going to do it anyways. And he goes, yeah, okay, fine. Oh, wait a minute, that was in my head. Never mind.
I was going to say, I can't imagine BP saying, okay.
But no,
No, I'd probably say fuck you back and then go, okay.
But, you know, when you guys do the stream on the weekends, doesn't always work out for my schedule, so I thought I wasn't a big fan of the Lostburg map, but when we start this new one, when we're hanging out playing on the weeknight evenings a little more, I would probably just start doing some streaming.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think too many people were. I mean, I was okay with it, David was okay with it, but
I wasn't, but I grew to like it. It's not bad.
It's not that I didn't like it. It just it didn't motivate me, I guess, either. You know what I mean?
I think one of the issues is that we started off with as many fields as we could buy, which wasn't a whole lot, and we weren't making enough money to buy more fields to have more stuff to do.
That's correct.
I mean, if we would have been able to make enough money to where we could have had like 2 combines and, you know, enough tractors, trailers for
fields.
You know, enough fields, that, you know, where something was always going on. That's why I was thinking, talk to BP about switching the server over to where it runs constantly. So that way it kind of entices people to get on and do stuff, and there's also stuff with, you know, for us to do when stream time rolls around. Because there's nothing worse than somebody hopping on like a Friday night and harvesting everything and then replanting, and then nobody gets on Saturday because we're all doing another stream, and then Sunday we hop on, there's nothing to do because nothing's grown.
Oh crap, how do you spell China?
How do you spell what?
China?
Chinese.
Chinese, I believe.
No.
H-I-N-E-S-E. Hold on. Let me use my spell check. Google. C-H-I-N-E-S-E.
C-H-I-N.
E-S-E.
Why is it
Doesn't
not
look right.
taking that fertilization?
That's right, because when I put it in, it brought up Chinese aircraft carriers, Chinese food, Chinese New Year.
That's fine. No, it could be just because I don't have it capitalized. That's all.
And Google doesn't lie.
Yeah, Google lies.
If it's on the internet, it's true.
Right.
Yeah, right.
If everything in Google is correct, then that is not. Then that is a lie.
Yeah, but if it's a lie about a lie, then doesn't that make it a truth?
Two
Only makes
lefts.
it a half truth.
Two lefts equals a right. Right? No, three lefts. What? How's that work?
2 negatives make a positive.
Yeah, something like that.
3 lefts make a right.
All right.
3 rights make a wrong.
I'm all seated up. Everything's growing.
Round your rights and square your lefts.
Did you all ever see that mod for 15 where you can grow marijuana?
Yeah, I've got that. I've got that on a couple of my farms.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
I'm not opposed to making a profit.
I never downloaded it because my kids watched me play, and I didn't have to want to explain that.
Granted, and I don't have kids at home.
As much as I wanted to.
I didn't download it because I figured like the DEA or something would be watching that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your paranoia.
Yeah, like I have to worry about that. I've got a cat that's selling moonshine in the house, and my phone's going to definitely tapped by the ATF because my dad calls and wants to talk about how he's not getting the shine out in time. I really want to make a letter, write a letter, and make it look like it's on FBI letterhead to address to me, and then I'm going to take it to my dad with it stating that they are investigating the possible sale of, moonshine from this phone, just to see what he says. But unfortunately, I think due to his,
Actually, it wouldn't be the FBI, it'd be ATF.
it would be the ATF. But still, the point is, I'd like to see it, but I might end up killing him with it, so I probably shouldn't. Alright, how do I get more food to this?
Yeah. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. How can one government agency cover 3 of the best things in the world?
Well, they had an early hand in it.
What time is it?
Too late, too early. Combination of both.
I think it's time for me to go to bed. My son I'll be getting up in 5 hours.
Yep, I think I'm going to shut it down too.
Hey, let me know when after the island map goes up when you want when you're gonna do streaming. If you want to stream, buddy, let me know.
All right, yeah, I will. Once it. So I guess as far as it going up, was it going to be like one more Sunday on Lostburg, and then change after that? Is that what?
Yeah, this Sunday will
Daffod
be
said?
Lostburg when we
Right.
sell everything and kind of trash the map. And then Sunday after the end of the stream is when David and I will start putting the new stuff in, and putting out the Google Drive with the mods.
Was did Daffod say he was going to try and host something?
Tomorrow, if we get
Maybe tomorrow.
multi-terrain angle in, and he gets the compost in and the no
I
milk
see.
sale, we're gonna try and do a test multiplayer stream hosted off of one of our computers.
Okay, because
I know
that'll
it's
probably.
going to end up being late for him, but anytime after 7 would be best for me, which is
Yeah.
6 for you guys,
Well, depending on how long it takes, it may be about that time before we're ready.
And I'm not usually on till later anyway. So, I mean, I would like to participate in that, but I don't know how that'll
We'll put everything
work
we'll-
out. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, once we get everything done, we'll put everything into the Google Drive on Mr. Moon link on Mr. Moondog's
On-
Discord,
Okay.
so that way
Well,
you guys can grab it off of there.
I think I have most everything already, but I downloaded most everything the other night. But I know, if the map changes and a couple other things, then that would be.
Right. I don't have those, and I figured I was just going to wait until they got it set, and then I'll just go download it, put it in one folder.
Right.
Yeah, so because I tried it out, I tested out the map and with some of the mods that we're going to be using, I got no errors, so I don't think we're going to have an issue with mods conflicting with the map itself. I'm just worried about multiplayer.
Yeah.
'Cause multiplayer has a way of having things creep up on it.
Yep. That's a multiplayer is a different animal. So.
But it's been a long 2 days. Me and David beating our brains in over flipping multi-fruit. And if it hadn't been for
Roy.
Roy, we wouldn't have gotten the silos working. But that's a story for another time.
No, more story time. More story time. No, I want to go to bed. Leave me alone, you little sneaky ass little kid.
Okay, one more story. Once upon a time, there was a very tired man. Good night.
What's that story supposed to mean? There's no meaning in that. I thought you were a good storyteller. You got a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
What is it?
It means it's time to go to bed.
No,
Yeah.
it can't mean that.
Don't make me come over there.
I got a few hours before I have to worry about that.
Yeah. Where are you at again, Draco?
About 30 minutes east of Chicago, southeast of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a good 7 or 8 hours. I'll be at work before then. At that point, I'll be glad to let him talk to me.
Steel belt of Indiana.
I knew we were in the same time zone, but I couldn't remember where you were. So you're actually in Indiana?
Yeah.
The cabinets I sell are from Indiana.
Really?
From
From where?
Sellersburg.
Oh, I have no idea where that is.
It's just across the river from Louisville.
Oh, so it's very, very, very southern Indiana.
Yeah, I guess so.
I actually ate at a Waffle House right around there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you cross the river on the bridge.
Yeah.
Just as you cross the river, there's a Waffle House.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just like, I keep saying I'm gonna go to bed and then I keep talking.
I once ate at a Waffle House last weekend in Canton.
I'll never eat at another Waffle House.
It depends on which one you go to here. You go to the one on one side of town, you have that response. You go to the other one where the good cook is, it's really good.
It's funny though, up around here you don't see Waffle Houses. The second you hit like the Indiana-Kentucky border, that's your first Waffle House on 65, and you see them like every 10 miles all the way down 65.
We got plenty of them here in Missouri. That's for sure. They're everywhere.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're from Missouri.
You don't gotta be sorry. That's all right.
Just so long as you're not a Cardinals fan, we'll be fine.
Well, I am in Missouri. St. Louis, to be exact, just outside of. So, while I'm not a huge sports fan, but
Well, I was born and raised to be a Cub fan.
well, I'll let it slide.
Well, this summer I'm not happy with you then. But at least one of the ancient voodoos was finally dispelled.
Yeah, I have to say Cleveland Indians got close. There's a lot of us who thought, "Ah, the hell, here comes another year."
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm sure it was actually a whole lot closer than that in some regards because it was stated that much around here that way.
But I will say, I was downstairs in my basement watching the game, and when they got the final out, I'm not one to show a whole lot of enthusiasm about things. I did jump up in the air and busted my head on one of the rafters.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that. Rafters hurt.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding.
What do you mean terrain collision?
I
It's
was
just bad
rooting for
slope.
I was rooting for Cleveland though. I'm not gonna lie.
Help, I'm stuck in a Chinese laundry. What?
You don't watch cartoons very often, do you?
No.
That was a running gag in a couple of the Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck ones.
Why don't I remember that? See, I remember the really old Bugs Bunny ones, like the ones where they're making fun of Adolf Hitler and, the wartime ones.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I remember.
Why is that a terrain collision? I just want to get food from this freaking farm.
Although as much as I love Bugs Bunny, I like Tom and Jerry even more.
Tom and Jerry was pretty cool.
I mean, think about it. They can make you laugh and never had to say a word.
No, that's correct. It's just the fact that how stupid was that freaking cat that he couldn't get the damn mouse?
Or how smart was that mouse?
You're right.
My fat ass cat can catch a mouse and
That cat,
has.
hey, the cat could have been of average intelligence. The mouse could have been a genius.
Have you talked to many mice? They're not very intelligent.
Still, waters run deep, though.
What kind of conversation are we having?
I
think I
have
want to
no
go buy
idea.
7 Days to Die and just leave it go.
See, people should really be watching this. I think they'd be really entertained by some of our conversations.
Or scared.
So, Moondog, I'm looking here in my little window on YouTube,
Yeah.
and there's a button that says play ad. I assume if I did that, it would just play an ad.
It would
and
make
then-
everyone watch an ad, yeah.
And then it says create highlight and change
Which-
thumbnail. So I guess I could set up a thumbnail.
You could set up a thumbnail specific for this, or it could just pull one out of the stream. I
see.
haven't worried about it with the streams.
I was just curious.
I just sped
ad,
up your
I
stream
haven't-
to twice the normal speed.
What does create highlight do? Do you have any idea?
I haven't messed with it, but I'm guessing. I don't know if it's like the Twitch where you can make it as a highlight film and save it longer, or if you're just highlighting a certain portion of it.
I see. All right. So if I click the play ad button, it would show an ad right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huh.
And Draco would watch it, but I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because he's rich.
'Cause you
as YouTube Red.
Yeah. No kidding.
No, I got it free from downloading something else, and they had it for free for 4 months. So I said, you know what? I'll take it for free for 4 months, and I didn't even keep the download that I got that gave it to me.
I see.
So once it was done that way, I'm like, fine, I might as well keep it. But I did put a calendar note so that it reminds me that I need to delete it. I do believe 1st of April.
See, I don't mind watching the ads for the streamers I really like because I feel like I'm doing my part to help them.
Wow.
Bam, here comes the ad.
No. 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 I just happened to notice that button there and was curious.
So it's weird. I can go into my settings and I can speed up your stream to twice the normal speed.
Can you really? How does that
Uh-huh.
work?
I don't know.
How do you do that? I heard Ian or somebody was talking on their video about uh, watching videos in double speed or 1.5 speed, and I'm like, well, how do you do that?
I can also slow it down to a quarter of the normal 2.25 normal speed.
Well, where do you do that?
If you go down to the bottom of the stream and you go over to where it says theater mode and full screen and settings, click on it and then click on where it says speed.
Oh, I'll be damned. Well, I'm not even watching it on 720. It's defaulting to 360 on mine on the laptop.
Mine's defaulting to 720.
Well, I've never changed it. I never knew that was there. I never clicked on the gear icon there before. I'll be damned. I learned something new tonight. Wimpy.
Auto has it in
You know-
480, but if I move it to 720,
You know, well, my guy stopped now. He's not even doing anything. The home of Popeye is just about 45 minutes to an hour away from me.
the Football Hall of Fame is 10 minutes away from me.
Well, I can't top that.
I've got the
Unless
hookers near the Hall of Fame that are 8 minutes away.
I have a Pizza Hut 2 minutes from me. So, ha.
I'm
I
just
got
saying, you were the one
Family
up there
Dollar across the street.
putting up the Popeye quotes. I didn't know if you were a big Popeye fan.
No, I've watched way too much cartoons and TV. Okay,
I was more of a fan of Betty Boop.
I watched some, but not much. I just boop 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 doo.
Not
No,
talking about
no.
what she was saying.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, you were 14. And I just
Pervert.
liked her outfit.
I also liked Elvira.
You liked Elvira, huh?
All right. Well, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end up
It's
deleting.
taking a very strange twist.
I'll end up deleting this one just because it's a test. But appreciate you guys hanging out and
Oh, no problem.
It was fun.
helping me get the settings set up and that. And
Where is it? I got it here somewhere.
don't remember
There
how
we
to
go.
stop. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let us know when you're actually going to keep one, so that way we can
Should be
here,
obnoxious,
be a little less obnoxious
right? Well,
or
I'll
up
be
our game.
I'll be sure once the island map is going, I'll start doing some streaming or just turning it on while we're hanging out playing. So, but
Moondog.